On Friday, April 11th, the UFC returns to Yas Island, Abu Dhabi with a night of incredible fights. Roy Big Country Nelson and submission master Antonio Minotauro Nogueira face off in an epic heavyweight clash. Plus, Pride legend Tatsuya the Crusher Kawajiri meets the dynamic Clay the Carpenter Guida. UFC Fight Night Abu Dhabi presents Nogueira versus Nelson, live Friday, April 11th from Yas Island in Abu Dhabi.
Listen everyone, I need to hang up my glove for a little bit.
March 15th, Johnny Hendricks will fight Robbie Lawler for the big welterweight title.
Big Lieutenant again, knockout win for Johnny Hendricks. There is no question about this guy's power, man. There's no feeling out with Robbie Lawler. He swings to kill you. Boom, you're asleep. It's do or die. I want that belt. It's mine.
Robbie Lawler with the welterweight championship of the world. This is how badly men want a title in the UFC. Carlos Condit. Knocks out Josh Tyron Woodley. Expect fireworks. UFC fans, it's great to be back in Dallas for UFC 171. Hendricks versus Lawler. Tomorrow night, only on pay-per-view. The welterweight title will change hands for the first time since 2008, when Dallas's own Johnny Big Rig Hendricks fights once again for the UFC welterweight belt, but this time against ruthless Robbie Lawler. Speaking of vicious welterweights, the natural-born killer, Carlos Condit, wants to stake his claim as the next in line for the 170-pound belt. But to do so, he must stop the chosen Tyron Woodley. We'd like to send out a special welcome to our UFC Fight Club members and thank our UFC sponsors. Bud Light, here we go. Harley Davidson, Project Rushmore. Our next epic journey starts here. Ram Trucks, Guts, Glory, Brand. Metro PCS, where nationwide 4G LTE is $40 period. Science Energy, a great tasting, sugar-free performance energy drink that gives you the power to win. The official energy drink of the UFC. Muscle Farm, fueling athletes safely. And Alienware, makers of the most powerful gaming systems in the universe. Game Victorious. And now, to get the official weigh-ins for UFC 171 underway, here is Joe Rogan.
What's happening, my friends? Welcome to the weigh-ins. Ariane, Brittany, Vanessa, Dana White. Without him, none of this would be possible. Joe Silva, best matchmaker on the planet Earth. And Burt Watson, babysitter to the stars. We got a banging card for you, ladies and gentlemen, and we will kick things off in the featherweight division. Daniel Pineda versus Robert Whiteford. First up on the scale, Robert Whiteford.
45! 45!
145. And his opponent, Daniel Pineda.
145.
145 for Mr. Pineda. First fight of the night, ladies and gentlemen, Daniel Pineda and Robert Whiteford. The next fight takes place in the middleweight division. Bobby McDaniel versus Sean Strickland. First up on the scale, Sean Strickland.
185.
185. And his opponent from the Ultimate Fighter, Bubba McDaniel.
$184 and a half.
184 and a half for Bubba. Sean Strickland and Bubba McDaniel, ladies and gentlemen. The next fight takes place in the flyweight division. Will Campuzano versus Justin Scoggins.
$25.
125 for Mr. Scoggins. And his opponent, Will Campuzano.
$125 and a half.
125 and a half for Mr. Campuzano. Justin Scoggins and Will Campuzano, ladies and gentlemen. The next fight takes place in the lightweight division. Hene Forge versus Francisco Trevino.
155.
155. And his opponent, Hendricks Forge.
$57 and a half.
157 and a half.
The towel ain't gonna do it. Okay. Yeah. 57.
157.
Okay, 157. Yeah. Yeah.
Hendricks Forge and Francisco Trevino, ladies and gentlemen. All those fights are available on UFC Fight Pass. Now for the Fox Sports 1 prelims, we kick things off in the welterweight division. Sean Spencer versus Alex Garcia.
$170 and a half.
170 and a half for Mr. Garcia. And his opponent, Sean Spencer. $170 for Mr. Spencer. First fight on Fox Sports 2, ladies and gentlemen. Alex Garcia and Sean Spencer. Next we move to the featherweight division. Dennis Bermudez versus Jimmy Hendricks. First up on the scale, Jimmy Hendricks.
$45 and a half.
145 and a half for the kid. And his opponent, Dennis the Menace Bermudez.
47.
147.
$46.
146. Jimmy Hedges and Dennis Bermudez, ladies and gentlemen, live on Fox Sports 2. The next fight takes place in the women's bantamweight division. Raquel Pennington versus Jessica Andrade. First up on the scale, Jessica Andrade.
35.
135. And her opponent, Raquel Pennington.
$35 and a half.
145 and a half from Miss Pennington. Outstanding women's bantamweight action, ladies and gentlemen. Jessica Andrade and Raquel Pennington. Next we move to the welterweight division. Calvin Gastelum versus Rick the Horror Story.
$70 and a half.
170 and a half from Mr. Story. And his opponent, winner of the Ultimate Fighter, Calvin Gastelum. 172.5. So Calvin is 1.5 pounds over the required limit. Rick Story and Calvin Kessler, ladies and gentlemen. All those fights will be live on Fox Sports 2. Now we move on to the main card, live on pay-per-view. We kick things off in the light heavyweight division. Ovince St. Preux versus Nikita Krylov. $205 for Mr. Krylov. And his opponent, Ovince St. Preux. $205 for OSP. Great fight to kick off the pay-per-view, ladies and gentlemen. Ovince St. Preux and Nikita Krylov. And it only gets crazier from here, folks. We move to the welterweight division. Jake Shields versus Hector Lombard. $171 for Mr. Shields. Welterweight dynamite, ladies and gentlemen. Hector Lombard and Jake Shields. Next we move to the lightweight division. Diego Sanchez versus Miles Jury. scale, Miles Jury.
56.
156 for the Fury. And his opponent, winner of Season 1 of The Ultimate Fighter, Diego the Dream Sanchez.
Five.
155 for Mr. Sanchez. Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, Diego Sanchez and Miles Jury. Next we move to the co-main event of the evening. Carlos Condit versus Tyron Woodley. $170 from Mr. Woodley. And his opponent, the former WEC and the former interim UFC welterweight champion, Carlos, the Natural Born Killer Condit.
$70.5.
170.5 for Mr. Condit. Tyron Woodley and Carlos Condit, ladies and gentlemen, let them know. Now let's take a closer look at the two men involved in the main event of the evening.
I've been doing this for a long time. When I got a chance in the UFC and I moved down to 170, I knew it was on, plain and simple. I had been watching these guys for a long time, on the outside looking in, and I was excited to get my hands on them. Fighting for the championship in the UFC right now, after everything I've been through all the years, I've made barely any money and just grinding and just doing it for the love of the sport. It's pretty special.
I want to be number one because I want everybody to be coming after me. Isn't that why we do it? To do the unthinkable, to hold the belt as long as we can, to defend it. That's what I want.
One of the main gifts that Johnny Hendricks has is God-given knockout power. Robbie Lawler also has that God-given knockout power. This is a very, very intriguing matchup and a matchup for all the marbles.
I like knocking people out, I like beating them up, and I'm going out there to take people out, plain and simple.
Robbie Lawler!
Every punch he throws is to knock you senseless.
When I'm fighting Johnny, I need to be fast, I need to be explosive, and I need to hurt him.
There's a couple of things that can happen. One, he can knock me out. Two, I can knock him out. The way that me and Robbie fight it could end with a bang.
Oh! He rocked him just like that, Johnny Hendricks.
Having that belt, that's why I got in this from the very get-go. I want to be a UFC champ, and all opponents are welcome.
I'm not worried about Johnny. Fighting's what I've done my whole life. I know what I'm capable of, and now it's my time.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, for the UFC Welterweight Championship of the World. Introducing the first fighter, Ruthless Robbie Lawler. From Mr. Lawler. And his opponent, Johnny Big Rig Hendricks.
Stay still, stay still. $71.5.
171.5.
Not a... $171.5. 171.5. 171.5. You got the half a pound.
171.5. So Johnny Hendricks has to lose a half pound.
Half. Half.
Because it's for the title, he has to lose the full weight, 1.5 pounds. Robbie Lawler and Johnny Hendricks, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I'm here with Robbie Lawler for the vacant UFC welterweight title. I've been watching you fight for a long time. Is it true that when Dana White called you and told you about this fight, all you said was cool?
Yeah, I knew I was going to be here. I always believed in myself, and I put myself in that, at least in that discussion. And I'm excited to be here, and it's my time.
What do you think about Johnny Hendricks as an opponent, and what do you think is going to go down tomorrow night?
He's an amazing fighter. He's an amazing wrestler. He's coming to fight. His skills are high level, and I'm ready.
Can't wait to watch. Good luck to you, sir. Ruthless Robbie Lawler, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I'm here with the man that I believe won his last fight. Johnny Hendricks, your situation here right now, you have to cut an additional 1.5 pounds. Was that a surprise to you?
Yeah, it was. You know, I thought we made it. We'll see what happens in an hour and a half. You know what I mean?
Now, give us your thoughts on Robbie Lawler as an opponent and what this whole situation has been like since that fight with GSP, and how frustrating has it been?
It's been actually really good because, you know, it's motivated me in other ways to get this belt. And, you know, Saturday night is going to be mine.
Can't wait to watch it. Good luck to you, sir. Johnny Hendricks, ladies and gentlemen. We will see you all tomorrow night on pay-per-view. Thank you very much.
Listen, everyone, I need to hang up my glove for a little bit.
March 15th, Johnny Hendricks will fight Robbie Lawler for the vacant welterweight title.
Knockout win for Johnny Hendricks.
There is no question about this guy's power, man. There's no feeling out with Robbie Lawler. He sleeps to kill you. Boom, you're asleep.
It's mine.